sleepy classes taught me what not to be read because pre-mix quizzes, and I think I cleared prelims and the entire credit goes to your channel's efforts.
Many congratulations.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I'm very glad to talk to you.
Yeah, same. I mean, it's lovely to hear all of your messages and the kind of success that all of you students are achieving. I think this is exactly what all teachers aspire for. So बहुत ही बढ़िया लग रहा है.
It's very surreal. I have been hearing like you over the YouTube, and I feel now the feeling is sinking in that I'm talking to you. So I think
right. How long had you been preparing for?
Actually, I just have my father. I lost my mom in the year 2020. So
I'm so sorry.
That's okay. So I was a student of I did my schooling from Odisha itself. Both my parents work for the government of Odisha. Thereafter completing my 12th, पूरा clear था कि science और engineering तो मेरे से होगा नहीं. So I had to leave for Delhi. So I did my graduation from Janki Devi Memorial College. It's like next to the UPSC hub, Karol Bagh. But तब भी कोई plan नहीं था. Then I entered Delhi School of Economics in the Sociology only. I graduated in the year 2019. उसके बाद I started preparing. थोड़ा सा से very clueless, and then the following year I lost my mom, and फिर things turned upside down. So I was preparing for UPSC mainly. And the state services थोड़ा सा इतना orientation नहीं था, as I was more inclined towards. But then as time passed by with 2 continuous failed attempts with UPSC, I thought let's give it a try here. And it was my 3rd attempt, because the first one and second one I had some issues with the prelims. The prelims is the toughest part to crack, and I knew that once I clear prelims, mains and interview I'm going to sail through. So this time, thankfully, by God's grace and help of sleepy classes, I managed to.
That is great. I mean, rank 36 is amazing. And and I think it's very inspiring for students also, because अब UPSC में भी देख रहे हैं, हम states में भी देख रहे हैं, there's this trend of non-humanities students also dominating in a lot of spaces. So I think both UPSC में and अब state services में भी जब आप जैसे बच्चों का rank आता है, right, and I personally get very happy because I have also been a humanities student out and out. तो मुझे बहुत खुशी होती है when humanities students get these amazing ranks.
No, the credit goes to your sleepy classes, maybe because पहले तो पढ़ाई करते थे, बस पढ़ाई करते थे, पता नहीं था कि क्या पढ़ना है. Sleepy classes taught me what not to be read because pre-mix quizzes, and I think I cleared prelims and the entire credit goes to your channel's efforts, ma'am.
That is amazing.
And Shekhar sir, like abhi bhi Odisha mein, this was the last batch where we had 2 optionals. So my first optional was sociology and second was home science. So sociology, I have heard Shekhar sir's video playlist itni baar that मेरे को सपने में भी I used to hear his voice.
आवाज़ें चलती है.
So I'm very grateful to him, and for this rank, the marks in sociology, I think paper 1 I got 174 and paper 2 I got 150 something. So
that is amazing.
I dedicated to him.
That is great, and I think everyone will be so happy to hear this. Shrusty, you were preparing for UPSC also and states भी, और बहुत सारे बच्चे ये करते हैं, right? Because UPSC we understand it is बहुत लंबी जर्नी also, and थोड़ा तो लक इन्वॉल्व है, तो तुम्हें नहीं पता किस डायरेक्शन में जाएगा. सो स्टेट सर्विसेज आई थिंक क्रेडिबल अमेजिंग जॉब्स, आप अपने ही स्टेट में रहने का आपको मौका मिलता है, राइट, सिमिलर जॉब प्रोफाइल आपको करने का मौका मिलता है. सो आई एम श्योर देयर विल बी अ लॉट ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स जो कि स्टेट सर्विसेज के लिए भी प्रिपेयर करना चाहते हैं. तो से इन टर्म्स ऑफ ओवरलैप, राइट, यूपीएससी का जो सिलेबस है, ओडिशा का जो सिलेबस है, कितना ओवरलैप आपको दिखा था?
Ma'am, for the first attempt, I thought like questions were very objective. इस बार से ही the pattern has changed and we get very similar to UPSC. अगर if you are preparing for UPSC with utmost sincerity, there is no point that you shouldn't be clearing this exam. Because इस बार का question options भी वैसे थे UPSC वाले, so the paper was lengthy and the cutoff has been very low. It's just 72 point something. So this was like one of the toughest prelims we have had so far. So once you are like very sure and you do the mocks, you take your reviews seriously, I think it's a very much overlapping pattern, and given the nature of UPSC exams, it is nowadays very mandatory to have a plan B so that you are certain to focus on your preparation. So I think that helps. So जो भी करो, you do it focus and concentration, तो कहीं ना कहीं तो हो ही जाएगा.
Right. No, I'm very curious because states are also sort of molding themselves on UPSC pattern to get that level of seriousness. कि ये भी serious exams हैं. एक और बच्चों का बहुत डाउट होता है कि उड़ीसा वाला एलिमेंट कितना है. Say for example, अगर आप sociology भी कर रहे थे, so you seen our sociology playlist which was say mainly made for UPSC. But मतलब वो equally is working for state services also including Odisha. But say आपके GS के अंदर या फिर sociology में भी was there some Odisha oriented part?
Ma'am, Odisha oriented you get in prelims. जैसे कि the recent appointments, they can give you a mix and match and to choose the correct answers. But for mains, I think the question pattern more or less remains the same. The only place I found Odisha was the causes of regional disparity, or they might ask you about the mineral and their location. So that was the point. But overall, as you said, the pattern is very much aligned with UPSC. So the broader framework, you have to write a generalistic answer, but kahin if you know the data about Odisha, if you add it, you get that extra 1 mark. So jab se pehle, what I did in the last my mains was like 2 months within the declaration of the result. So I took up the economic survey of the state, I took up the budget of the state, wahan se data on fact sheets banaya apna. जहाँ पे भी I thought I could add those things, I added. And history का if you see, it's a very static part. उसमें कुछ ज़्यादा changes नहीं हो सकता. So you have to prepare for UPSC side by side. You need to know about your state's freedom fighters हो गए या कुछ major rebellions हो गया. उनमें से you just have to have the basic idea. वरना इतना in depth आज तक I don't think मुझे जाना पड़ा. So it was fine. Like economic survey, your states know about your state book आती है, I just refer that, and just a general awareness वो एक newspaper पढ़ने से हो भी जाता है.
Right. So that is nice. Say for example, compared to maybe states like Rajasthan, जहाँ पे बहुत overwhelming हो जाता है कई बार state वाला portion. That means Odisha then can be a very good target, at least for students जो कि Odisha से हैं. Is there a language paper also, say Punjab में जैसे होता है?
Yes, exactly. We have a language paper, and that is also qualifying. Once you do not clear that, you don't get to, like, your copies for the other papers won't be corrected. So it's a compulsory paper, both Odia and English. So there you have to score 105. And you also require a Odia pass certificate up to class 10th. That is issued by Government of Odisha. You need to have that to appear the exam अगर आपका Odia medium में education नहीं है तो.
Okay. That's great. That is amazing. So I think these are also insights to ना बच्चों को उतना पता नहीं होता है. People who are also preparing for the exam, and often तैयारी शुरू करने से पहले ये paper pattern की ही clarity, क्या मेरे पास होना चाहिए, क्या नहीं होना चाहिए, things like certificates, right? इन सब का prepare करना is also very important, which students do not know. You also talked about there being a pattern change. So you were the last batch with 2 optionals. How was it like to prepare 2 optionals?
That was the most difficult part, because पढ़ाई तो कर लेंगे, but that thought itself that I have to read one more extra paper, and that gets overwhelming at times, because home science I have never had studied in my life, and I had to pick that up subject and prepare my notes. But thankfully I got a very good score. I got a 200 in paper 2 of that subject. So that improved my rank.
That's a 200 out of 250?
300. We have
Out of
300.
300. Okay, okay, okay.
So I
That's
think
lovely.
that helped improve my rank a lot. And you need to see, ma'am, state services, no doubt they are also equally difficult and the competition is increasing day by day. But if you return and reward is equally distributed, the amount of return you put, effort you put, you get the exact rewards. It's directly proportional.
Right.
So if you have a concrete plan for 1 year, I think one can sail through this exam. So
That is amazing.
my previous attempts, I wasn't focused because I was running after UPSC and I've been failing in the CSAT paper mostly. So I was lost in that process. So this attempt, I gave my everything to this, that I needed a job because it has been 3-4 years after my graduation that I don't have a job. So that was the thing, that was the push factor. And my
Right.
father retired last month, so uska bhi pressure tha.
I know, and it's great. Do you plan on writing UPSC now? के बस हो गया?
नहीं, अभी तो सारे congratulations are coming with ये तो हो गया, अब UPSC निकालो तुम.
But you know, this is very nice. I feel when you have a sense of security that
Right.
at least I have this now, maybe
Right.
you can prepare. मतलब ठीक है, अब तो ये है, अब UPSC में दे के देखते हैं. What is the worst that can happen?
No, I have seen examples around me. One of my neighbors, she is in the Indian Police Service. She scored an amazing rank in the state services, and the following year she got into IPS. So she has been my inspiration. My senior, she is in the Indian Foreign Service, rank 27 of 2021 batch. So they have been pushing me कि नहीं ये हो गया, now focus. Now get back.
Absolutely. Maybe this is that good luck charm, and hopefully next year we'll be seeing you in the UPSC ka final list.
I just hope so.
With your kind of academic credentials, I think, DSE JC spaces, if nothing else, they really open your mind a lot. They force you to think, they force you to interact with people. How much of this helped you in your interview also?
Oh, for the first 10 to 12 minutes, I think it was entirely on Delhi School of Economics. The chairman was very interested to know about my stay at Delhi and my experience at Delhi School of Economics, and that set the tone, and I was very happy. I was thoroughly prepared with that, and when the question came in, I was like, oh my god, the stars are favoring me now. So it went on very smoothly, and I think I scored the highest for the board I was a part of.
Oh, that's great.
So that's how it has been. And mostly once they hear about Delhi School of Economics, mostly the mocks also, they keep on asking about the place and about your academics mostly. And I remember one of the questions was gender mainstreaming. And I have heard about Shekhar sir mentioning it in one of his videos, and I could recollect the answer. And that was a moment of truth for me.
That is great. That is amazing. And I think, luck jitna marzi ho jaye, it's your hard work. It's your, the fact that you genuinely are such a bright student, right? Your academic credentials speak for it. And it is great to see such students finally achieve their dream. Any message, any note, any recommendation that you want to give to students who will now be preparing for Odisha?
Oh, of course. Like, you need to push yourself out of the bed. You cannot be growing in the comfort zone and write answers. Just stick to one material multiple times and keep adding the current affairs to it, and it will make you reach the spot where you want to be. That's right. Right? I have been using an anonymous. I've been using my cousin's account to comment on the YouTube videos of your classes. वो थोड़ा सा रहता है, नहीं निकलेगा तो बेइज्जती हो जाएगी. So and I'm very grateful. And when I wrote the mail, actually I was very emotional about it. कि your team entire team of Sleepy Classes has played such a nice part in this journey and finally helped me out. And everyone asking me about socio-strategy or be it history or be it polity or bad, I have been referring कि ये देख लो बस, but अच्छे से करो, ये नहीं कि आज एक वीडियो देख लिया और छूट गया. So if you do it over the weeks. And I still remember optional paper 2 के पहले I was very unwell and I couldn't even pick up the pen and I didn't have the courage to write. I was down with fever. बस वो कान में वीडियो लगा के I was like that was playing on and वहीं से याद भी रह जाते. Your peripheral memory, it is such that you just recollect the facts.
Right.
And helps you in the exam because exam में ज़्यादा like this was the first ever mains I wrote and वो 7 मिनट ही होते, वो 7 मिनट कभी 70 नहीं होंगे and you have to write within that time and you need to move on to the next question. So that might help the content, the your top-notch content. It helped me just complete my answer.
That is amazing, Shrusty. It's so good to talk to you, and I think just the kind of positivity that you bring and discipline is key. जितना मर्जी कोई आपको सपोर्ट दे दे, जब तक वो इंटरनल कॉल नहीं होती कि मुझे ये करना है and I have to give it my all, तब तक पेपर नहीं क्रैक होगा. So with all the support, the kind of dedication that you've shown is amazing. Right, that is great. Acha, I have one question also regarding the pattern. Now, 2 optionals are done away with.
Yes, ma'am. Now it's exactly the UPSC format.
1 optional and your GS.
GS 4 papers.
Oh, amazing, amazing. So that means anyone who's preparing, who's from Odisha, who's preparing for UPSC, this is something that they should do.
Exactly, and it's a wonderful job. The job profile is very amazing. Odisha is now a bright spot in India's growth story today. We see Odisha also growing because multiple times I have heard sir mentioning about the poverty structure. Poverty, inequality aa jati hai to Odisha ka naam aata hai. But now I am happy to be working for the state which is progressing a lot. Like
absolutely,
we have the smart city project or be it posting about hockey. So.
Right. And I think exactly Odisha is one of those states wherein you see that trajectory happening and you want to be in a place where you can make a difference. Right. I think that also gives you the opportunities to shine. You've got a great leader leading the state. You've got certain great programs taking place. So it's an amazing opportunity for you. And are you aware of the service you will be getting in the...
Mostly it's the Odisha Administrative Service. My second was the police, so I'll be getting either of them.
Okay. Right, both stellar jobs, stellar opportunities. Right, Shrusty, it was so good talking to you. Whenever, if you happen to come to Northern India, if you want to just take a tour.
Actually.
You're in Delhi? Oh, then we're just a shot right away.
I will definitely, because until I meet your team, I won't be satisfied this virtual. I need to go in person and thank your team.
And with the Odisha taking up the smart cities mission so seriously, Chandigarh can be a great model to look at also. So both for your job plus personal reasons.
I also invite the team of sleepy classes, whoever is around, please do get in touch.
Definitely.
Come to Odisha. Everyone from North India should once visit Odisha.
I am sure. I think इतनी बार अब हमने culture and history में पढ़ लिया है, एक बार उसको देखना becomes very important. Culture, history, environment. अब तो जाके देख ले.
Odisha का tagline है ना, India's best kept secret. So
yes,
it's the best kept secret. So you must visit, and I'm very grateful talking to you.
Same, Shrusty. Thank you so much for taking the time out. We wish you the very best for all your future endeavors. And I hope you just go higher and higher from here. Right? Whenever any help, anything is required, we're just a call away.
An absolute pleasure talking to you. And please convey my regards to everyone around.
Definitely will do. Thank you so much, Shrusty. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Lovely talking to you.
Same. Bye.
Bye. Take care.